On BBC London, a woman dies after being hit by a bus outside a main line station. Good evening. Detectives are appealing for witnesses to a bus crash outside Victoria Station this morning that left a woman dead. She hasn't yet been formally identified, but police have confirmed she is a 56-year-old from South London. It happened just before 9 o'clock. The bus driver was also taken to hospital. Thomas McGill has more.
The morning rush hour turned to tragedy after this bus collided with some pedestrians outside Victoria Station. The mangled bus stop just visible, as is the damaged wreck of the number 13, all hidden behind tarpaulin from view.
And as I come out, I've seen a few ambulances, loads of police cars, lots of 2 fire engines, a lot of attendants here. As I came round, I see someone getting wheeled out on a stretcher. I spoke to a few people, I spoke to one of the officers here, and they said that someone was struck by a bus.
The emergency services were called just before 9 o'clock. London Ambulance treated 3 people at the scene. One remains in hospital and another, a woman, died at the scene despite the best efforts of paramedics. Well, the Mayor has described what happened here earlier as a tragedy and says his thoughts and prayers are with all those involved. Tonight it's unclear when Terminus Place will reopen, as officers from the Metropolitan Police and British Transport Police remain at the scene, piecing together exactly what happened. Thomas McGill, BBC London.
Dozens of firefighters have been tackling a blaze in a residential block in Wembley. The fire broke out in the flats in Elm Road shortly after 4:30 this afternoon. 25 fire engines and around 125 firefighters have been at the scene. There are no reports of injuries at the moment. A serving Met police officer has been found guilty of assault after he punched an innocent man in the back of the head while attempting to arrest him. PC Jonathan Marsh was attending a report of criminal damage when he mistook the victim as the suspect. Our Home Affairs correspondent Sonia Jessup was at City of London Magistrates Court today and sent this report, which does contain violent scenes captured on police body cam.
Matching the signs there.
This man has called the police to report a crime, but he's about to end up being arrested himself and assaulted by an officer.
Now that approach he was the suspect.
PC Jonathan Marsh is told the man he's just spoken to is the suspect, wanted for making threats to kill and damaging a sign. He arrests him as he tries to tell the officer he's innocent. Body cam footage shows him being handcuffed and then pushed to the floor.
Please, can you not do that? I was being arrested harshly, put on the floor like a dog, hit on the head. Cuffs were put on and it was tightened quite badly, which actually hurt me.
Place your right arm and put it onto your back. Do it now.
When they stand on my back with his knees and then lift the cuffs up, I was suffocating. I couldn't breathe. I was not being told anything. It's just a bunch of swearing and then ruffled me onto the floor and beating.
PC Jonathan Marsh, leading the way into court here, was today found guilty of common assault.
District Judge Annabel Pilling told PC Marsh that his use of force had not been necessary, justified or proportionate, and that he used gratuitous violence.
You kind of lose the faith on the system because the very people you call to get some assistance are turned against you, and then you don't even have a say. So that is a dangerous precedent. At least just arrest me, check whether I have anything untoward, check my pockets, and then see whether the evidence are credible, because I was never a criminal. I was a citizen. I was trying to assist.
PC Marsh is due to be sentenced next month. The Met says he remains on restricted duties and a misconduct process will now begin. Sonia Jessup, BBC London.
9 days of train disruption for passengers has begun. An overtime ban for members of the Train Drivers Union ASLEF started today, meaning amended timetables and fewer trains. Then rolling strikes start from tomorrow. Severe disruptions expected on a range of rail providers, including South Eastern, Southern, Gatwick Express, Thameslink and South Western Railway.
There will be a lot of amended timetables across the network, and also this is a national round of action. So it will impact all train operating companies in one way or form. So again, we're really asking customers to check before they travel, because services will be busy and we do have amended timetables in place.
Finally, BBC Radio 1 has announced that its big weekend is taking place at Stockwood Park in Luton. The 3-day festival, which includes some of the biggest names in the music industry, will take place over the spring bank holiday weekend at the end of May. OK, let's get a check on the weather with Corsa.
Hello, good evening. Well, we've had a fair amount of cloud around, and for the next few days too, it does stay fairly cloudy and it should be reasonably dry, but there are moments we'll see some light rain and drizzle, and it will gradually become milder than average too. Now, overnight tonight, as you see, the cloud may be thick enough for the odd spot of light rain and drizzle, and as we're drawing in Saharan dust, there may even be some dusty cars tomorrow morning, but staying mild overnight. So it does mean a cloudy, mild start to the day tomorrow. Some brightness developing in the places, but staying largely cloudy, and again, there may be the odd isolated shower, and temperatures reaching around 7 to 10 Celsius. It's later in the week where we'll start to draw in milder air. So we are expecting some good spells of sunshine on Thursday, but by Friday and Saturday, temperatures climbing up to around 14 or 15 Celsius. That's your forecast.
And that's it from the late team tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, you can get the very latest on our website, bbc.co.uk/London, and of course, the BBC News app as well. But for now, from all of us here on the team, whatever you're doing, do have a very good night.